Hi, Amy. How you doing? Okay, so I think the best way to go forward here is just go through the covers first and then comment on the typography, the layout, and then we'll go to the contents page and then the feature spreads. The reason we're going to go that direction is because we want to follow a general guideline for designing for ourselves through this process, meaning that, okay, in magazine design, you have your cover design. Now, your cover design should have your feature stories in typographically represented, as well as all the other sub-stories. So what you want to do from there is design the typography so that you can tell that the typography on the front cover that is featuring the feature story is followed through to that feature story. So in other words, the typeface that you use to show the feature story on your cover, you maybe use the same typeface on your contents page and give it some hierarchy, and then again use it maybe for the headline of your article. Do you see what I'm saying? So when all three of your pieces are placed next to each other, they should look like they were designed at the same time. Okay, as far as the covers go, okay, typically in magazine design you have kind of this general way of approaching magazine cover, and it's going to be expected in your portfolio, and that's why I suggest that you go through this type of typographic treatment. Okay, meaning this: you have your masthead at the top of the magazine where it should be. Okay, then you have 605 new looks and secrets of stylish women. All right, so taking a look at this, what is the feature story? I mean, I can look at this and tell you the most important story in this magazine is this: secret styles of women, then 605 new looks, then best bags and shoes, then what's in and what's out, and then look younger by the morning. And then, of course, you have this byline introducing the cover model. All right, so that's kind of what I want you to follow. All right, so if we were to go through this page, which unfortunately we can't, but if we were to go through this page, we would see that you would have a that's what I thought. You would have a contents page, and then the magazine feature spread would follow this type of typographic lead. Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is in all of your typography on your cover, you should have these little typographic compositions. Okay, instead of okay, so you do have these little typographic compositions, okay, but you're not letting your typography talk in this case, okay? Look at how much expression the typography has on this page as opposed to this page. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's remarkable. Here you're relying on image, okay? Here they're relying on type, okay? And that's the difference, and that's what I'd like to see. So a couple of tips moving forward on your magazines. This is a better treatment, I think. However, you really have to get away from this habit, overwhelming habit that you have of centering your type. As a matter of fact, I want you to think about this. Stop centering type from now until the end of the time that you're a designer. The only time you should center type is for a formal invitation or never. Excuse me. Okay, it's just not, you can do it here and there. Like, for example, if you saw that center type there, okay? But the rest is either compositionally set or left aligned, all right? So, where was I? Okay, so you have all of this center type. I don't suggest putting your a box around your masthead. It's not allowing it to work in compositionally with your cover. It's separating it, sticking it up there alone. Also, in your magazine typography, try to separate, make a demarcation between the type of the magazine, the typographic choices of the magazine itself, meaning the issue number, the date, the volume number, the masthead, as opposed to one of your examples here where you're using the actual publication typefaces for the typography on the cover. See what I'm saying? And again, look, center, centered, 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 centered. I mean, it's all you do. And we got to get you out of that. Okay, that's the main thing I want you to work on. Next, I want you to work on use a grid, Amy. Use a grid to design. Let me get rid of that. Where am I here? I want to take a look at your. If you notice, I'm not giving you. Oh, darn! I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Anyway, let me bring that back up. I want you to realize that I'm not. Shoot. Okay. I wanted to keep that up. But okay, I want you to, notice that I'm not telling you exactly what to do, nor am I going to, because I want you to figure that part out by doing research. Okay, I'm not here to play creative director, nor am I here to play art director and tell you what to do. I can give you what is going to work and what isn't, but this is a really cool image for the subject matter of your magazine. Low resolution though, darn, can't use it. Okay, so move forward with that with more of a traditional type layout. Okay, magazine layout. Okay, let's go to your contents pages. Okay, now look, you're not center aligning. Awesome. Wait a second. What's that? What's that? Okay. Anyway, so you see what I'm saying? So I just want you to mix it. Really start mixing it up with your type, what you're used to. Take what you're used to doing, Amy, and throw it out. Okay, and just start really practicing with the rules and elements and principles that we're learning. Okay, so this is pretty good. The alignment here is kind of strange because this is kind of weird the way this number is bigger and set. I mean, I think maybe you should pull the number down, drop the number, and pull the type over just to round out that weird corner of that little composition. That right there is called an orphan, and you don't want to do that anywhere. No single words or sentences. Let me show you. I'll show you further what I mean when we get into your layouts. Okay, so this is probably your best composition. This one, that's out. This one is probably your best composition in terms of actual grid use. Looks like you've got a 4-column grid marked by this. Again, I'm seeing a little bit of a tendency to want to put things in boxes. Okay. The other thing I'm seeing is a tendency to want to pull. Well, I'm going to comment on that in a second because I think I saw it come up once again in your layouts. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so the first thing I notice is that these aren't spreads. This is a layout. It's a center spread, a feature story for a center spread. So you have to design a spread for this, Amy. Okay, for example, where did that go? Here, check this layout out. Okay, this is a spread. Okay, so it's a 2-page spread. There would be the center, and it's the feature, Celebrate at Home. That would be on the cover, of course. Okay, note the beautiful alignment, the solid grid use. Okay, and then, so you have to have a 2-column spread, all right? What I was going to talk about before is that you have a lot of justify type here. So if you want, you can email me. You've got these large spaces here, and you don't want those. You can email me, and I can give you some really good settings for justify type. See, here's right there, big spaces. Okay, and then finally, let's move down. Again, just some alignment things. That's a widow right there. Anytime you have a word sitting on a column alone, or a line sitting in a alone. For example, that's a widow right there, that word mold. Don't let any words at the bottom of a paragraph alone. That right there. Okay, and you also don't want to let any any lines of text, sentences alone at the bottom or the top of a paragraph. Okay, or I'm sorry, of a text column. Okay, so again, go ahead and make your choices. If you have any comments at all, please get with me. good site to visit is called Magazine Designing, and that is magazinedesigning.com. There it is. Take a look at that. You get a lot of really great tips in there. Okay. All right, Amy. Thanks.